Somber and mysterious, the prison in Chillon Castle has spawned many legends. Some of them are unsubstantiated, but many are based on reality. Bonivard, the castle's most famous prisoner, here, chained to his pillar, abandoned by the rest of the world. The prior of St. Victor of Geneva, a humanist intellectual, was shut away in this dark dungeon in 1530 as a result of his anti-Savoy views. He was freed by the Bernese 6 years later, married 4 times, fathered a large family, and lived to a ripe old age, leaving his Genevan chronicles for posterity. The legend owes a great deal to Byron. When he visited Chillon, he was very moved by the place, and, having been told the story of Bonivard, wrote the poem that brought international fame to Bonivard and the prison of Chillon. In the early 19th century, Lord Byron made François Bonivard the champion of trampled freedom in his poem The Prisoner of Chillon. Victor Hugo visited the prison in 1839 and imagined oubliettes that he described as covered in barbed knives in his travel diaries. What comes clearly to mind are the prisons in the cellars, the damp, the nearness of the lake, the water. Water is everywhere, in the noise, and I imagine in the dampness that must predominate there. The torture and cruelty that is supposed to have occurred in the cellars of the castle fuels the imagination. So, legend or reality? Many innocent people were in fact shut away in the prisons of Chillon. In 1348, the Jews of Villeneuve were wrongly accused of being responsible for the proliferation of the Black Plague. They were locked up in the fortress and tortured until the people's justice came to take them away and burn them. In 1446, Guillaume Bellomier was sentenced to drown in the lake outside the castle. As the main creditor of the House of Savoy, he provoked jealousy and hatred among the people in power, one of the many examples of the political trials that marked the reign of Amadei VIII. This was also a period in which he tried to establish his authority over the nobility, and it was through these trials that he gave a very forceful view of his power, a power that was absolute. Between 1581 and 1620, 80 capital sentences for witchcraft were sent to burn by the bailiffs of Chillon. These alleged witches spent their last days in the prison. In more modern times, from 1844 to 1894, the Vaux government turned the buildings into a central prison. The Aula Nova thus housed a series of prison cells. And the prison wardens were the castle's very first guides. History and legend merge in the prisons of Chillon, thus perpetuating the mystery of this unique place.